Mm. Right now, I can't sleep. I'm just thinking about the payments that I need to do, and I don't have any work or paychecks coming in. I went to go buy a loaf of bread and peanut butter and jelly and some milk and cereals, and I already finished the cereals and the milk. It only lasted like, I would say, 2 days, 2 to 3 days. I already finished a loaf of bread and the peanut butter. It only lasted like about a week or half a week, I think. And right now it's Friday, Saturday. It's Saturday, and I'm not gonna have any food until Monday. And not in my refrigerator, but at the daycare where they give us food. And I don't have any food for today, for Saturday, or for Sunday. And so my mom, she usually takes me like before. Right now, she doesn't want to do anything, but before she used to get up and do grocery shopping once a week. And I don't know. Now she doesn't want to take me on a weekly basis to go buy food. My refrigerator is empty and my cabinets are empty. I really don't have anything right now. And I wanted to move out because I feel like that's the reason why I can't be successful, because we're paying for two apartments and it's just me and her. But she's been looking for a relationship, so she kind of told me to stick to the apartment because she cannot have me at her apartment because she has a new boyfriend and he lives with her. And it's hard for me because I don't have a car. I don't have It's very difficult for me because I don't have transportation. I don't have any money for taxi or anything, and I always have to go walking to the store, like to the Family Dollar or the Dollar Tree or wherever. If I don't go walking, I use her car. And right now I don't have a driver's license. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it to go and buy groceries. Like, if I ask for food, she gets mad. She starts to tell me stuff like, "Why do you eat so much? Why are you always eating? And that's too much food, and you eat too much." And like she starts to complain and to comment and criticize and all this stuff. But like yesterday or today, I don't know when it was, she shows up with 3 bags of food, and it wasn't even groceries food. It was like from a restaurant. Like, if you don't have money, what are you doing at a restaurant? And she tells me, "Oh, it's because somebody told me to give that to you. They sent it to you." I mean, I don't understand who. If I don't have any friends and nobody calls me or messages me or anything. So I was like, okay. And so I left the food there because it didn't taste really good. It was really cold. And my stomach started to hurt after some time, like if I got diarrhea. And that's all I ate today. Today I ate that she gave to me, and I think that was it. That's all I ate. And I woke up like at 11. I woke up at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, in the morning. No, like, I honestly don't know what time I woke up, but right now it's already 6 o'clock in the morning. No, no, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I know I'm not gonna have anything in my refrigerator or my cabinets because she always says no. And she's just criticizing and complaining, saying, "What is it that, like, she wants for me to be self dependent and for me to do everything on my own." But how am I going to do everything on my own if I don't have a car? I don't have a driver's license. I don't have money. I don't have anything that I need. I don't want to have to go back and beg to a person just so they could give me food and a place to stay. She needs to learn to respect other people's money and other people's stuff. Like, she got my 1,500 or 200 that they sent to me by mail without permission. Now she's gonna be using the excuse of you're paying an apartment by yourself. That's why the money is not there anymore. And that's not true. All she had to do was pay 100 and some or 200, and that's it. And they sent me like 1,000 some. And per month, they send me 800. So where is the money at? What is she doing with the money? And like right now, I don't have any groceries, and she needs to understand that with her disability, that takes away a lot of my time, a lot of my opportunities, and a lot of my benefits because she's always using the car, always using the time that we have at home for herself. Now, I don't like going to the daycare, but I go because it kind of distracts me from not it distracts me because it brings different people into the view. Like, I won't be stuck at home by myself having nothing to do. And when I go, they give me food and I get to see different people. Now, I'm kind of tired that every time we go to the daycare and they give me food or they give me something, we always have problems. Because I don't like the food sometimes and it doesn't fill me up. And it's a little bit like she says, how could you not get full with that if it's a full plate? And I don't know what. I'm like, yes, but they're just giving me once or twice a day, and I'm supposed to eat 2 to 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's 3 times a day. And so right now my refrigerator is empty and my cabinets are empty. So that's what really worries me right now. Like right now I woke up with a lot of hunger. I feel very hungry right now and there's nothing to eat. I don't even have transportation, so I could go get a McDonald's meal, or so I could go to the Walmart and pick up something there at Walmart or something. And she's very comfortable over there asleep, just resting all the time. And she could go and come back whenever she wants to because she has all three things: the house, the car, and the money. But me, I don't even receive the money. I don't even have a transportation. I just have a house, like somewhere to stay. And I really needed somebody that wants to move in that can go half and half with me, but for to be able to pay their own expenses, like their food, their cleaning stuff, like for the bathroom and stuff. And so I ended up alone. I ended up with no money, like no work or anything, and I cannot go to work or anything because she doesn't want to take me. She told me que ella no quiere estarme llevando para el trabajo ni estarme recogiendo del trabajo ni nada, que porque ella piensa que eso es una pérdida de tiempo y que para qué quiero hacer eso yo, que si yo ya sé, if I already know that I can't make it on my own at work, that why am I wasting my time trying to go to work if I already know that I'm not gonna make it on my own? She told me that, my mom. And she said for me to stop complaining and putting excuses, for me not to be asking of too much, that because she's not gonna be able to help me with going and coming back from work, and that for me to appreciate whatever she did for me, because she's not gonna be taking me and bringing me back from work every day. That I should have thought of that before when I was working. That when I was working, I was just complaining and putting excuses, and that I should have thought of that before. And so I don't know what to do. Like I really think that I really think that she doesn't want to help because she doesn't care about the needs and problems that I have in the house. Like she's more worried about herself because of all the surgical procedures that she has gotten and because of all the times that she was in the hospital and at the doctors. Now, I was in the hospital and at the doctors and at the behavior a lot more times than her. And my situation isn't as bad as hers, but To be honest with you, sometimes I feel worse than her situation or her medical needs. I feel very weak sometimes from my body, and I feel like I cannot do much for myself. And when I see her just as strong as before and just as sure as before of her life. But that's because she has a brother and a sister to count on. She has friends to count on. And she also counts with me on everything. And I don't. I only have her, and they only talk to me when they're going to talk to her in the family. And so it's very hard for me. It's very difficult for me to be by myself at home with no money, no work, no friends, no family, and always being by myself. And yes, I need a new person or a new friend, somebody that would like to help me out with food and water or with something in the house. The only thing I can offer is a place to stay at, like a room to sleep in, but that's about it. I use this closet over here, the one on that side, but I don't use that one. I could, or I could use that one and move all my stuff to that one and let them use this one over here. And the restroom, they could use the cabinet in the bottom. I don't really use it for my personal stuff, but I do use it like for the toilet paper and stuff like that. We could empty out the cabinet in the bottom and put like the cosmetics and all that stuff in there of the person if somebody moves in. In the kitchen, I could lend all the cabinets, and they could use the any of the tables in the apartment. But of course, who's gonna wanna move in if I don't have an extra bed or anywhere anything? If somebody was to move in, I would have to share the bed with somebody. This one over here. So it's a little bit small, but I wouldn't mind sharing because right now I'm stressing and I really need the money. I need 100 per week so I could go get my groceries, or at least $80 per week or 75 per week and per weekend. Yeah, no, I only paid for a loaf of bread, peanut butter, jelly, a bag of cereals, and I paid like $10 just for that. $10, that's it. And it only lasted like the milk they gave it to me at the daycare. It only lasted like, I would say, 2 days or three. That's it. But I ate in the morning and then in the afternoon and in the night. And then the milk, the gallon of milk is like 250, 350. The the bag of cereals también, it's like 250, 350 depending which one you get. There's even a 150 one, I think, at the Family Dollar. The peanut butter is 150 or 250. The the peanut butter, and the jelly is also like 150 or 250, I think. Everything's very expensive. Like you won't find anything for a dollar. Like if you find something for a dollar, it's like a loaf of bread, but you have to pay like 50 cents for taxes. Or like butter. The peanut butter would be like $2. Like I would have to go in and look at the grocery prices, and I make a list and just get the cheap stuff into the cart. But I would rather go to Walmart or to Target because HEB gets very crowded, and I don't feel comfortable when I buy the food there. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable. And ella no quiere, she doesn't want to, no quiere ayudar con nada. Ay, she's just complaining all the time. Ay, ya comí, ya acabaste de comer, vas a comer otra vez. Y luego, Ay, tú comes bastante, siempre andas pidiendo comida. Ay, otra vez vas a comer. Like she's just complaining about the food all the time. My mom, she doesn't let me go to the stores once a week to buy the groceries. She doesn't want to. She doesn't like to give me food or anything. And she gets all $800 per month. My mom. She gets like 850 per month from me, and she only pays the rent, but we're in housing, so they charge her a little bit, and she only pays the light, the rent, and the phone. That's it. The phone is like $50, no more than $50. The light, I think it's like 50, 100, or $80, or like 100 and no more than that. Or if it is, no, not a lot. Like it's not 200. It's less than 200. And supposedly, I don't know if it's true. Supposedly that she's only paying 250 or 150 for rent in these apartments, my mom. And it only has a bathroom, a bedroom, a kitchen, a living room, a patio light, and that's it. And the patio is like very little. Like it doesn't even have a garden. It doesn't have anything. It's just like a little cement, and that's it. And the park drive drive the drive-in park, not the park, the parking lot, the driveway where you park. It's like attached. It's like attached to the cement in the patio, but it has like a little thing, a border, so the car will stop there and not drive all the way inside. Right now, my refrigerator is empty, my cabinets are empty, and I don't have any money to go buy food. And I can't. I cannot buy anything because right now I'm unemployed. I'm on disability. I'm on disability, and I'm unemployed. And the only money I get, they give it to my mom. That because I wasn't thinking right, and that I couldn't make any decisions, and that I didn't know what I was doing and what I was getting myself into, and I don't know what. And now she, like, I don't even know why she got a car if she knows that we don't have money to be paying a monthly payment for it. Like, she's just thinking about herself. She's not thinking about me. And like, if she knows that we don't have space for another person, why is she bringing in another person? And it sucks because, like, right now, for example, I could have saved up money by not paying two apartments and by not paying a car. We could have bought stuff for the apartment, and then moved into another one. And later, probably get another one, but she's not thinking like that because when I was diagnosed with my disability, she was the only one who could be there for me because my dad, he's a fucking asshole. He left us when I was little, like when I was 5 years old. He left us, my dad. And I was very fucking pissed off because my mom was bringing in people into the house that were not related to us, like people that have a lot of money issues and family problems, like that, like people that have been in jail before, people that have a lot of kids, like people to pay for, people that have like a lot of issues. And my mom and me, we have issues, but we qualify for the for the government or city opportunities of financial help. Like it's not that bad. And well, I didn't know what I was getting myself into because my mom has been using all the permission of the money that I'm supposed, like, my mom always controls the money, both sides, my dad and hers, since I was little. And right now I don't have any help at home. Like my dad hasn't been there, like to help us with food or with clothes or like with whatever we need. And he doesn't come and check up on us, like to say, why have you been in the hospital, what happened, why did they take you to the hospital. Like he hasn't been there for us. And my mom would always be crying and complaining, crying and complaining. But when I was growing up, when I was like 5, when I was like 10, and when I turned 15 and 20, around that age, she wanted to do the same thing again, where she goes and my dad comes back to the family. But like, my dad never really came back to the family. My dad would just come back to look for her at the house. But I caught him on something and she kind of caught him too. And como que that embarrassed him and kind of pushed him off so he wouldn't come back. And so we ended up alone. And my mom and my dad, they don't talk anymore. And my dad doesn't talk to me either. And I really needed for somebody I really needed for somebody to help me, like, financially, because I don't have any help. And I know if I call my dad and I tell him, "Hey, Dad, can you get me some food because nobody wants to help, and I don't have any money," he's gonna say no because I'm busy. I can't right now. I'm at work. He's gonna tell me that. And if he tells me come pick up some money, my mom's gonna want to go, but I'm not gonna have a lot of money, just like 20, $30, $50, $60, and I need a sure amount of money, like, per week. Like, I need like at least 50 per weekend, so I could pay like unos 4 loaves of bread, 2 peanut butters, like, so I could have enough. And it's just me, it's just one person. So to me, it scares me to think that I finished all that, right, like, at a very fast, like, I finished all that very fast. Like, I finished a loaf of bread, a bag of cereals, a gallon of milk, but I threw like about one one cup or two of milk because it got kind of hot and it wasn't good anymore. I threw away like 2 cups of milk from the gallon of milk. I didn't finish it entirely, but I finished it. I drank I drank the milk, I finished the cereals, I finished the loaf of bread, I finished the peanut butter, uh I finished the bottles of water, and that's it. And nobody has called or messaged or came to visit or anything. And it's difficult because I need somebody who can come and visit and help me, like, find work or help me pay for my groceries. But the person is not going to want to because I don't have anything to offer in return. So that's why I don't want to ask for anybody or anything. I know. I was gonna go visit some friends, pero I don't want to because no quiero problemas. So I'm thinking about it because I don't know if I should leave or I should stay. Um, if I leave, it's gonna be to Alamo or too far.